Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring's like.
La, la, da, 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 da. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah,
Fly me to the
yeah.
moon, let me play among the stars.
D Sweat 2.
This is when music was good.
See what spring's like.
Like a rose. Ba, 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 ba.
This is actually good music. What is wrong?
You want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah.
It's Frank Sinatra's "Fly Me to the Moon" remix.
Nice,
cool.
nice,
Yep.
nice. Hopefully, I don't get zinged on that.
Well, that's why it was like, you want me to say what
well,
it is?
I mean, we'll see. You know, I mean, some of the things are loud. I mean, Spotify, they don't hit me on.
It seems like the remixes aren't getting
Yeah.
blocked, though.
I mean, I think that's probably the case, yeah. But yeah.
So
Yeah.
everything I've been trying to find has either been a remix or I've been playing it like super fast.
Yeah. Well, everything that we actually had last week had no issues. They said that, yes, they caught it as a copyright, but it was actually authorized on YouTube. So not a problem there at all. So anyhow, folks, we want to actually say thank you for joining us for another podcast episode of Buddies, Booze, Banters,
We
Unfiltered
appreciate
Conversations.
you all for listening.
I'm Rick.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Alex.
Hey, Alex.
These are getting really funny. I'm finding myself laughing at us.
You mean
in
Michael's
the
actually
car.
coming out of his shell?
Hey, I'm kind of figuring this shit out.
I knew you would eventually. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So,
Yep.
So we want to talk about some sports today because we
Because
actually
our fan mails has come and told me they love it when I talk about sports.
I apparently have not read that, but
Well, no, because it's coming to me. Here I am. I'm talking about sports. I love
not Rick.
sports. And so it's just like everybody just loves it when I kind of bring up the sports stuff, the updates, and all this other stuff, because there's a lot of good things going on
are
right
we
now.
going to talk about Caitlin first?
Well, we're going to talk about her. Yes, we will
Okay.
talk about her
Well,
first.
I just want to say one thing real quick.
Okay,
and I'll
go.
let you get into the details of the draft part. There's a little kind of like little snippets that I want to talk about specifically about. It was a weird time for fashion and beauty yesterday.
Okay, wait.
We have a Care Bear themed eyeshadow palettes, and an F1 racing is the biggest thing in style. She actually dolled herself up. I mean, from makeup, she wore a designer outfit. I mean, the girl brought it, and let me just tell you something. She looked good.
She did.
She did good. I mean, and you know her troops around her. They obviously all weren't in the room as when the draft was when she was announced. But I mean. They were obviously, satellite in, and they were just rooting. Her teammates were just rooting for her.
Oh, I know.
It was exciting to see that. So, but now I'll pass it off to you.
Oh, I mean, anybody. I mean, they did. Like I said, you mentioned they had the draft. Indiana had the first pick. The Indiana Fever had the first pick, and so they were going to choose her.
Yeah.
And it's just like anywhere you've looked on social media, once they made that announcement. I mean, in Indiana, the players were just going nuts. They had this huge, big party for all the stuff. They had jerseys that they put onto her and everything else.
Well, even her, teammates from college were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They're putting on her with her name on the jerseys for Fever because that's who they wanted to actually draft her.
I mean, and this is amazingly great for the WNBA.
It's long overdue.
I agree with that, but it's like you look at it, it's just like, I mean, in the NCAA tournament, basketball tournament that just happened, the women were having more buzz than the men did.
Yeah. Well,
and it's
more
just like,
exciting games.
Well, I wouldn't say exciting games or whatever, but there was nothing, no draw, no players or whatever that was people talking about.
It was Prada that she was wearing.
But I mean, she's now going to be starting her NBA or WNBA career, and it's going to start this summer.
There is some controversy there, though.
Well, there is, and I'm about to bring that up. But before that, it's
that
like,
was a lead-in.
Huh?
Yeah,
well,
you were
no,
supposed to
because
jump
I
in.
had a couple other things I wanted to bring up.
Well, you can jump around. You don't have to.
Indiana was 13-27 last year, kind of at the bottom. They must have done some trades to get the first pick or whatever.
Well, that usually happens when somebody's the shit. Isn't it?
Well, yeah, I know, but you look at it. They play.
I don't mean the shit in a good way.
They play 40 games because this is what I have to say to set this up for the other thing. Okay.
Okay.
They play 40 games in the WNBA in the regular season.
And there's what, 87 in NBA?
No, they're 82.
Okay.
But they've already announced, the WNBA says, 36 of the 40 games are going to be nationally broadcast or streamed. So it's like, this is a huge, big deal for the WNBA.
So they're talking about all the games or just the Fevers game?
The Fevers game.
Okay. Well, I'll let you finish because I got to jump on something there. But okay.
Because, so this means, for the Fevers or whatever, this is going to bring a lot of money to them. And it's also going to bring a lot of money to the organization.
And basically putting a spotlight like it deserves.
And it's just like so it's just like a huge big deal. The next day, now they get into kind of reality or whatever, and so then they have like a rookie contract, the highest rookie contract that you can kind of get, and for that,
so they limit.
Yeah, the league
as
does.
A rookie coming in.
Yeah,
does the NBA do that?
Yeah,
really,
but it's higher. But it's
okay.
They do.
I'm learning.
No, they do. I know you were learning, but it's like, no, they do, but it's a lot higher. But with all the buzz and all the money she's going to bring in or whatever, she is going to sign a 4-year contract almost for $340,000 a year.
So
for the total 4 years. So that is about an average.
What's the max that a WNBA?
I don't know. I haven't followed it, but I'm assuming this is probably the max you could probably do under that contract or whatever. So it's like her first year she'll make $76,000, then it'll go to $78,000, then it'll go to $85,000, and then to $97,000. And so you talk about money and all this other stuff this is a woman that's going to bring a lot of money to the WNBA and just kind of doing this. So it's like, I get it where the women complain or whatever and all this other stuff is, and this is just the beginning of the start of the complaining. Do you have your comment, Rick?
I'm doing some research, but go ahead.
So, Alex, what's your comment?
No, I made $78,000 sitting at a desk. I wasn't in the NBA.
I know. I literally wasn't sweating my ass off.
Yeah, I didn't have to travel.
So
I got an hour and a half for lunch, and I was home by 5.
Because the question that I just had for you specifically on what the caps were, and this was as of last year, and specifically for a rookie contract. Year one is $62,285. Now I don't two of course $74,305. Year two is $63,352 to $75,792, and then
you're talking WNBA,
the women's.
Yep.
Third year is up to $85,873, and then of course it's their 4-year option at $97,582. So my point that I wanted to address real quick, and I know that you're going to address a little bit more about this, is she's going to bring in millions of revenue for the league, for all the different teams, specifically with the actual air rights on television, especially when you got that many games. You're talking about what 95% of the games are going to be actually streamed or played on live television, and this is what they pay them. I know there's always been inequity when it comes to the value that people put on women versus men in certain fields and what have you. This is just disgusting.
Well, but you also have to see the league has to survive, and they haven't had they have not had a big buzz like this in a very long time. So, you look at this. This could be the start of it growing for everybody else.
It could be, but I hope her agent has put a stipulation in there.
But the bottom line is right here is this is just going to be her salary for the WNBA.
Oh yeah, she'll get.
She's going to get so many sponsorships. There's so much buzz on her. Yeah. She is going to make a fortune.
And I hope she milks the hell out of it, because if she hasn't got a good agent, we need to find a good agent for her to do that. She deserves it.
You look at it, because it's like the one thing that kind of mirrors this with me on the inequity is like, okay, the women's soccer here in the U.S.
And they won that battle, though.
They won. They did.
It took them a while. It got ugly.
But it took them a while. But it's like ultimately, but they did. But they were also drawing people, and where I think
they were drawing more than the men were
because
on
they
the
were
US.
they were usually constantly winning. I don't know if you could say because I don't know.
I
but-
mean, even in Beckham when he actually had Miami, he couldn't draw them as much as because he was just a player. He was an owner, not a player.
yeah, but put Messi there, and it's like it
Oh, that's
sells out.
different. That's
yeah.
completely different. I mean, you bring either a Cristiano or Messi into the U.S., it changes the entire thing.
Caitlin Clark has a chance to change everything because it just depends on what she does. Because she's going to be on a platform that no other WNBA female has been at.
Yeah.
There has now been no buzz as much as this has gone around as her.
I
has.
hope to God she has
And
every logo on her body.
So
she
she's going to make a lot in the industry, in the advertising industry or whatever.
I'll be her agent. I'll go out and I'll hit the concrete and get. I mean, I don't need to even make anything because she deserves it. She really does.
She does. And it's like they've already said is like
I do want to make something,
the first game, her first game or whatever. I think it's totally sold out, and I think every game is going to be a big, huge sellout.
Yep.
And it's going to be on TV and all that sort of stuff. So
It's
having
gonna be
that kind
interesting
of
where the record ends
buzzes,
up.
the advertisements and all that stuff is going to get her way, and she's going to get the big bucks for it.
Oh, advertising dollars is just going to go through the roof for those games.
So it's like she's going to
comparable what they have.
So
been.
it's like she's going to make 10 times more, I believe, in the advertisement than she will playing or whatever.
Well,
but
that's probably why she went that route versus something different in her life. There's no doubt about it, especially when you got a base salary that is ridiculously that low.
But if you bring more people to the WNBA, then the salaries will eventually go up. But the WNBA has been a struggle at the very beginning for a long period of time or whatever. So, but to kind of have this kind of buzz, this is what you need to kind of take things off.
Do you it's just a curious question. Do you think part of the reason that's been struggling to get the buzz is because your sports commentators out there really don't give it what it should be given? Because it's not covered as much as it has been or should be.
Well, I mean, they play during the summer, but that's usually when you have. I mean, people are taking vacations or you got baseball going on, and it's like I don't know what network covers the WNBA.
Yeah, well, I don't either. So
because it's like I really don't follow it. Even though Dallas finally got a team 5 or 6 years ago.
They play in Frisco, right?
No, they play in Arlington, I think.
Oh, that's
it's
right.
the Dallas.
It is Arlington, yeah.
Oh my God, people are going to kill me. I don't remember the Dallas what. We all have
I'll
a bunch
research.
of silence. Okay, you can research. But so it's great for her. I mean, she's bringing a great big buzz to the WNBA, which they need, and they're going to make a lot of money off of it. You look at her rookie contract, and they're going to be complaining about that. But it depends on what she does.
Dallas Wings.
That's it. The Wings. I
had no idea.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I've seen on the billboard, if you actually, anywhere near down a Hardwood district and close to the AEC, there's a billboard with them on there.
Yep. And again, I'm not positive, but I think they play in Arlington.
No, you're right. They do. I mean, I remember seeing that.
I remember some things. I do know. I retain
A few things.
some things up here.
Considering.
So, anything else on the WNBA?
No, I'm good.
All right.
I mean,
So-
I think it's great that she's finally into the pros, and I wish her well for sure.
All right. And so now I'm going to say something that I know I'm going to get comments about. Everybody, any of our new listeners don't know this, but I got season tickets to the Mavs and the Stars.
Bum bum bum.
No comment, Alex.
Wah, wah.
He's right.
I'm sorry, I'm late.
I did it for you. You couldn't find it.
I couldn't find the volume.
Well, I mean, for the Mavs, it's now playoff time.
Woohoo!
Because they ended up getting the 5th seed. They're going to be playing the L.A. Lakers. I mean, the L.A. Clippers, because they're the 4th seed. The first game is going to be on Sunday, which is going to be several days from now because they got to do the play-in or whatever. During the regular season, the Clippers won the series 2-1, but then all 3 games the home team won. But the most exciting thing about it is that their Mavs have been playing better since the All-Star break, since the trading deadline. because there was two people. Because what in the trade is we got P.J. Washington and Gafford. We got those at the trade deadline or whatever. Once we got them, and you add Luka and Irving that we already had, we ended the year 21 and 7. So we've been playing extremely well. And granted, we lost the last two because they didn't matter because we didn't play any of our starters or whatever. So going into this, I'm kind of encouraged of how the Mavs can do this year.
And he's a heavy critic, trust me.
I am. I mean, we are actually playing better as a team. We're playing better defense. And so I am totally excited. And again, y'all are going to hear this. As long as the Mavs kind of do it, y'all are going to keep hearing it. My thought is, but I actually think they have a chance to go pretty far this year. Alex, I know you know more about sports than Rick, so what's your impression?
I mean, I have.
What the hell?
I haven't been to as many. I stopped buying season tickets when the season ticket lady tried to hustle me one year. I had like season tickets for 3 years.
How'd she try to hustle you?
She did this phone call where she was like, "I need the money by 5 o'clock, or I'm going to give up your seat."
Well, she's on the commission.
Well, so I never renewed after that. So that was been a couple of years. But I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, I'll be at all the pre-parties and after parties at the local pub.
So game 1 is going to be Sunday in L.A. Game 2, and it's right as of right now, they've only scheduled game 1 of the playoffs right now. They haven't game. It's the best of 7. So here in Dallas, we'll games 3 and 4. And 6 if they need it or whatever. So I will definitely be there for games 3 and 4.
I just thought I might be in Vegas. I might be able to bet on those games. I go
Cool.
to Vegas on the 30th. That's plenty of time.
But right now it's just like they just playing better as a team. They're clicking better. I mean, with Luka's been the star here. Then we got Kyrie Irving last year, and then it's like. Both, I mean, one of them got hurt at the end, so we didn't even make the playoffs or the play-in or whatever. But they basically have gelled together.
Yeah, they have.
And so it's just like you just see it. It's like, I mean, there have been to some games where it's just like we win at the last second. And they're hugging each other and everything else is so. So this is kind of like, so I'm excited. I'm excited about that. So I mean, it starts
definitely
Sunday.
exciting.
It starts Sunday. So it's like go Mavs. It's like we're going to be on the road for the first 2. We just need to win 1, but win both of them. I'll be happy.
Just a kind of update. The Dallas Wings actually are in Arlington.
Okay.
And there are actually 2 home games against the Fever.
Oh.
And
I'm sure those are going to be sellouts.
Yeah, and that is actually Wednesday, July 17th, 7 p.m., and also Sunday, September 1st, 3 p.m. So I think some pretty great games are going to happen there.
Yep.
And yes, they'll be sold out, I'm sure.
All right. So the next thing, Stars. Saturday, was it Saturday? Saturday afternoon. We were at the I was at the Stars game, and actually, you were there too, Rick.
I was.
And the Stars, all they needed was to win. Actually, was it 1 point or 2 points?
2 points.
2 points.
Oh, how did Rick know that?
Well, it's like because I told you, and I just
No.
because it's like I'm getting confused with the President's Trophy, but we
Does
have no
Rick even
pros.
have a Stars anything? Do you have a
No.
jersey or a T-shirt?
No, I don't have that. I do actually have a Mavs jersey, though.
But the Stars played Seattle. We won 3-1. So that means we clinched the division.
Central Division.
And so the the Stars have their final game tomorrow night, and then the playoffs start. So come in, and as of right now, the Stars in the league are like the second most points. We're not going to win the President's Trophy, and the President's Trophy is the team that has the most points at the end of the season. So we had a shot at that, but we don't anymore because the New York Rangers are going to get that. But so I expect playoffs for the Stars are probably going to start late this weekend.
Yeah.
And so games 1 and 2 will be here in Dallas. So
Yeah, definitely to have the 2 of the home teams in these playoffs is going to be pretty interesting, pretty awesome.
yeah. So it's like there is a buzz, and when it comes to playoff time, it's just like
Now, the biggest
totally
question we'll have
different.
is like if I get invited to any of them.
that's true.
I'm surprised I got invited to the Saturday game. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, and you did.
Did Jennifer go to a game while she was here?
Well, she went to the basketball game.
Yeah,
online.
didn't we hear? That
Yeah,
was one of the last.
We're not going to regurgitate
No, we're going
that.
to do that because he left early.
I literally just threw a grenade.
He
in
left
the middle.
early, and that's when they hit the bucket at the buzzer to go into overtime and then win or whatever.
Blah, blah,
So that was
blah,
before
blah.
the eclipse.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
So then the last thing I'll talk about on sports are because Rick and I were at the Stars games, and it was a Saturday afternoon game or whatever. So my brother texts me while we're at the game, and he says, "Are you at the game?" I go, "Yep, I'm here." And then it's like I sent him a picture because Rick had already posted that we were here.
No, you posted first.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I
I just
whatever.
copied your post.
Okay, whatever. And so then, my brother and sister-in-law love to play cards, and they love to play Shanghai. And I played all the time I played
He
with them.
cheats, too.
I don't cheat.
Yeah, that's
And
what a
then
cheater says.
And then Rick kind of got into this because he got invited a few times.
And
He
I've
kinda got
never
into it.
played cards really in my life, to be perfectly honest with you.
And so then my brother then said, "Hey, what are y'all doing after the game? Do y'all want to come out to Forney and play cards?" Which would be, I said, and so I showed it the text to Rick, and Rick said, "I'm for it. I'm for it." So then I said,
That was
"Okay."
1-2 cocktails in, probably.
And so then Forney is about 20 miles from Dallas or whatever. So after the game, we ended up going to Forney and then played Shanghai, and it was just like it was not my night. I was getting killed on everything. I mean, there was a point I was up there winning, and then it's like you lose because you play it kind of 7 rounds in one game or whatever. Rick in itself, and I'm giving him kudos, did pretty well. And matter of fact, the last match, he was winning, and then my brother got a call and couldn't get out of it, and then finally,
I won.
so
That's it.
we're we're giving it to you or whatever. So you won. So kudos to you for winning Shanghai once.
Now, I think the other game I came in second, didn't I?
One of them, I think, because we played 4. I think.
But the first one I think came in second, and typically I lose my ass. I mean, I'm usually
You
on
do.
the bottom of the rung. To be honest with
You
you,
do.
You know, but I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just one cocktail right that I literally was actually, getting good cards first of all, and I actually didn't have to really kind of like ask questions, and I was really understanding the game. So I was putting down before anybody else was. Now, of course, they critiqued me and said I was putting down too quickly, and I was like, I can't fucking win.
But you look at this, you might be on a roll right now because on the NCAA, you ended up second.
Yeah, I did actually there for the brackets. I mean, bottom line, as long as I beat you, I'm good.
I know. That's the thing is even with my family, they don't care. They just don't want me to win because they know I don't cheat at all. You can't cheat in this game.
I don't know.
But you can't. And it's
I'm
just
not
like
the only one who says it.
I usually win, and it's just like people like to put down a winner.
And let me just tell you something. He is like nasty competitive when it comes to these
Not
cards.
me.
Yes. He does not like
I'm
to lose.
quiet.
He does not like... Yeah, you get quiet when you lose. That's for sure. It's like, everything shuts down for sure. But anyhow.
But anybody that knows me and my sports, I do get excited about it.
Well, is card sports?
It can be.
I guess, though. I mean, I don't know if there's a competitive cards game.
Our card, yeah, there's
That's gambling.
There's
Really,
don't you know anything about competitive cards?
Why are you asking me?
Because you play cards.
I do not play cards.
I mean, you play games.
I do play games.
Yeah, what type of games are you talking about?
We play Scrabble and
Scrabble's
suck
not
at it.
cards.
Well, where's the game that I bought last week?
That's right.
So I bought a new game last week.
I don't like cards.
I like cards.
And we'll pull it out for the next podcast. It's called Pub something. I don't know what it is, but it was after we did our recordings the other day, and we went to dinner, and we went into this little card shop because Jennifer wanted to get some stuff, and literally I saw it, I was like, okay, I'll buy it. I have not even opened it up. I had no clue what the thing is. to be honest
I love playing new games.
Yeah.
Well,
with
games.
you. I'm just looking forward to it. So here we go. It's called Pub Quiz, the board game.
Oh, we should play that.
We could do an episode of this. Is kick off your shoes and grab a glass as you bring the
That
pub
would be
into
fun.
your
We already
own-
have the glass.
as as you bring the pub into your own home with Pub Quiz, the board game. Roll the dice and make your way around the bar, answering classic pub quiz questions from 5 different quiz rounds as you go to sports, science, nature, TV and film, music, and general knowledge. Get special bonuses in the beer garden. Try not to drop your glass or get barred, and make sure to not get stuck talking to the regular, or you'll slow down your progress in this bonkers beverage-based board game. Oh, we're going to have some fun with that one. So, still in this box, still not open, like the plastic wrap's still in there. So, I mean, it was a drunk buy, but I mean, I'm looking forward to playing.
You had it upside down, you know that, to the crew.
Sorry. It was a drunk buy, but I look forward to it.
Well, I think the person who boxed it up was drunk because it's upside down when you turn it around.
You mean the original person?
Yeah.
Oh, when you turn it around, it's upside. Yeah, it's upside down. Turn it around, like go.
No, when you were reading it, but it was upside down.
Now
to
you're
the people.
confusing me.
Okay, how much have you had to drink before we started?
Nothing really. See,
It's this common sense shit that just screws me up.
I think there's a lot of other stuff that screws you up.
Why am I always the one that gets the little like funky voice shit?
Because you deserve it.
I want to play
For
pub
a
quiz.
reason.
I hope that's coming up soon.
The what?
I want to play pub quiz. That sounds fun.
Oh, no doubt. That's why I bought it, because I'm like, this is going to be fun. You know, maybe we'll take this on our trip.
Yep.
That'll be fun. When you go to Dominican
Because you know we're going to play cards.
Well, and maybe we'll play pub quiz.
We could.
What else you got on some sports? Anything?
No, I've already done my little sports thing or whatever. How long did we talk about it?
No, we're just about 26 minutes, 27 minutes.
Well, good. Because you know I can talk about sports all time long or whatever. All day long.
Well, that's because you're kinda like
pumped
slow.
about the playoffs. So I'm going to be
don't
texting you when I go to Vegas about the playoffs and
Yeah.
how much money I won or lost and stuff. So
Well,
I got
cool.
something to look forward
Well,
to.
hopefully you continue to win versus lose on playoff games. That's for sure.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well,
But let's hope. I mean, because like it will start. Mavs starts Sunday, and I expect after Wednesday they'll announce, and I assume it'll be this weekend that the Stars will play too, and the Stars will actually probably play here in Dallas before the Mavs do.
Yeah, I think they will.
Because since the the Stars are going to get games 1 and 2. Mavs are games 3 and 4. But I will be there.
The time is near. The end is here.
I did it
Sign
my
off.
way.
He did his way for once. So, well.
All right. So, what do you want to pop in here?
No. We got plenty of time for something else later on. So, but this was a great sports.
And I
podcast.
thank all the fans and the fan letters that y'all have given me about talking about sports.
Where the
I
hell
know-
are they mailing them to? Because I haven't seen them.
It's like because they're to me personally. So
Oh,
it's like all right.
okay.
So it's like I love it. So keep doing it. Keep sending them.
Yeah, keep making his world. You know, do it his way.
Of course,
Thanks for
it's
joining
my
us
way.
for this sports podcast today
Yes.
of Buddies, Booze, Banters, Unfiltered Conversations. I'm Rick.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Alex.
Till next time.
Go Mavs. Go Stars. And let them do it
That's
their
an
way.
interesting remix.
It's a remix.
That's an interesting remix.
Yeah, I like it.
There's almost like a kind of like Ponzi type thing.
Live life goes on.
Yeah, can we just stick to the music,
No.
please? I think you're tone deaf.
Speak for yourself.
Oh no, I am.